But she's still leaning in like that.
Women.
Here's how you fix women's MMA. You have them fight naked inside a pool. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, women's MMA is the big topic of discussion after Amanda Lemos and Yasmin Lucindo, is it Lucindo? Whatever that boy's name is. They just had one of the worst fights, not just of the year, but in my opinion, one of the worst fights that I've ever taken the time out of my glorious day to watch. And this is a trend. This is a trend on almost every single card. You go to every single UFC fight night, every single UFC pay-per-view. It's always the women's fight that ends up being the worst one, 90% of the time. I mean, Suarez versus Zhang Weili, that was a good fight. You know, Grasso and I mean, even Grasso and Shevchenko, those fights were they were all right, you know. But for the most part, the women can't fight. You know, Mackenzie Dern might get a cool finish every once in a while, but we need to fix this. And instead of ranting about it, I could have sat here and I could have just ranted about how I hate women's fighting and they should go back to the kitchen, all that shit. But I want to fix it. You know, I want to actually do something. I want to be an activist. You know, I want to actually fix the problem. So let's break it down. I got two things that they could do to fix women's MMA, starting with less divisions. Now you have three women's divisions: strawweight, flyweight, bantamweight. We need to probably get rid of at least one of them. I would say maybe bantamweight. I mean, skill-wise, bantamweight is the worst one because most of them are just like fat, jiggly. Like look at Chelsea Chandler and I don't know, Juliana Pena, you know, like most of them are just kind of, you know. So I think that's probably the worst division, you know, because at least you have Shevchenko for, I believe it's flyweight. I want to say it's flyweight, and then strawweight you have Zhang Weili. So, you know, but bantamweight, I mean, least skill, just terrible. I mean, less divisions. We need to at least get rid of that division because who gives a fuck? Like, honestly, just... Like, really, do you guys care? Do you guys actually care? Do any of you guys actually care? Get rid of one of the divisions. Hey, you could even get rid of strawweight, I guess, but, you know, I actually like Zhang Weili. Tatiana's over there. Mackenzie Dern's over there. They have actually, that probably, to be fair, strawweight might be the best women's division in the UFC, I think. I'm trying to think. I mean, yeah, it's slim pickings, but... That could be one of the solutions is just get rid of one of the divisions or because I'm not going to sit here and just say get rid of all of it because, you know, this is not what I want. It's what might happen. So, you know, get rid of one of the divisions. Let's slim it down a little bit. Just like Shamil Gaziev's got to slim down for his next fight.
Is this one even a question? He's the GOAT. I'm smashing.
My second solution is shorter rounds. I don't think we need these women to also go 5-minute 5 rounds or 5-minute 3 rounds. No. In boxing, if you guys know women's boxing, Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, they fight 2-minute rounds. And the fights are pretty fun. They're exciting because they're trying to beat the clock because it's shorter time. They don't have as much time as the men. And people are saying, no, they need more time. They're just as good as the men. No, they're having fun fights because of less time. If these women were going 3 minutes like the men, it would be just as it would be boring as shit. All right. The same should happen with women's MMA. I was thinking 3 minutes. That's a bit too far. I was even thinking 4 minutes, but I'm like shaving a minute. Just do 3.5. I think 3.5-minute rounds is good. I think, you know, you can do 5 rounds if it's a championship fight, and then you could do 3 rounds if it's. I'm not gonna say they should do 2 rounds, 3 minutes. No, 3 rounds, but 3.5 minutes because a 5-minute round of Yasmin Lucindo and Amanda Lemos it was like Chinese water torture. It was disgusting. It was one of the worst acts of violence I had to witness. And it wasn't even violent. It was so bad that it was like violently I was going to say the R word, graping my eyes. It was just graping my eyes. So, yeah, 3.5-minute rounds. It would make the fights more exciting. It would force the women to try to actually go for finishes because they have less time to work, you know. With 5 minutes, that's how you get fights like, you know, you get Amanda Lemos fights or you get boring fucking Shevchenko fights where she lays on top of people or really boring Raquel Pennington main events. That's how you get fights like that. That's how you get fights like that, because they have 5 minutes. They shouldn't have as much time as Justin Gaethje. Like, imagine this. Juliana Pena in a championship fight has as much time as Islam Makhachev.
Brother.
What the fuck? They're not even on the same planet. No, women, 3.5 minutes, please. Please, 3.5 minutes. That's all I ask for. But that's it. Those are the two things that I would do to fix women's MMA. Bit of a shorter video. But really, that's it. I mean, like, I was really trying to think what else you could do. The only other option is just get rid of it. Like, really, it's just get rid of it, or I don't know, pay them less. I don't know, like, get rid of it, or, you know, hey, if you win, you get to blow off Dana White. I don't know.
That's fucking illegal.
They probably do it anyways. Anyways, make sure you guys like and sub. I honestly, these are the two things I would do to fix women's MMA, but there might not be saving it, bro. There really might not be no saving it, because these fights, it feels like they're getting worse. I don't know how. It's like the sport has evolved and the women's fighters have gotten better, but it's the fights are getting worse. It's I want to shove it, like, I just want to kill myself. Like, I don't know. It's I don't know. I don't know how it's getting worse. I don't know, but we gotta fix it. And if these things don't fix it, nothing will. So see you guys next time. I don't know. Peace.